YouTube. This is The Sensational. This time I'm coming to you with a review on this hair. This hair I received from ebonyhairandbeauty.net. That's where I received the closure. And the actual hair that's installed I received from Genesis Virgin Hair. Now, let me tell you about both. Now, what's going to happen is I'm actually going to end up putting at the bottom of the screen where you can get the review on the closure versus the hair. I'm going to start with the closure because I ordered the closure first. Where do I start with ebonyhairandbeauty.net? Well, really, my problem isn't really with them. I think my facial animosity is more towards Genesis Virgin Hair. So, I'll still make my comments, though, about the actual closure. So, ebonyhairandbeauty.net is a site that sells all types of hair. They sell the hair, they sell closures, they sell packages. I actually haven't seen a lot of reviews on YouTube about ebonyhairandbeauty.net, so that's part of the reason why I decided to review them. Very, frumpy website, nothing special. It definitely doesn't compare to a site like the Virgin Hair Fantasy or even in our hair group, and that site isn't even remarkable. It's just a templated website. So I went on and I ordered my closure, which I ordered in the Brazilian Wavy 1B. Now, after I placed my order, I did not receive an invoice, and I kind of said, okay, let me not worry about this invoice yet. And then a day went past, and I said, okay, I don't have an invoice, and I now don't have a tracking number. So I let 2 days go by just to see what was going to happen. No invoice, no tracking number. So I emailed them and requested a tracking number, and I kid you not, like an hour later, she put it on my PayPal. Now, here's the thing about that. I'm very, very big on customer service. If I email you, I firmly expect a response, as opposed to you just saying, let me not respond to her. I'm just going to put it on her PayPal. I think it's a little bit rude. And if you have a company, you should send an invoice. It's outside of my PayPal receipt, I should have something that says from your company on your letterhead that I made a purchase from you. So I got my package actually very quickly. It took a few days total from the time that it was shipped to the time it arrived at my house, and I was not thoroughly impressed. Now, in between this video, I'm probably going to shoot some pictures either on this side or that side, maybe at the bottom. Really depends on how I feel during editing. That show the hair once it arrives. Like the texture of the hair, it was a little bit wiggy in my opinion. It didn't have a smell, but it was definitely a colored 1B. The person that did my hair, Ashlee Milan, saw the silk closure and she said, "Oh, okay, so did you dye this?" And I said, "No." She said, "Oh, well, it's been dyed." I said, "Oh, that's great." So if this is supposed to be virgin hair, how has it been dyed before it came to me? And I really did question that when I placed the order because it has an option for 1B, 2, or 4. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're sending virgin hair, people should really just kind of get what they get. Like, we know that it's going to be between a 1 and a 4 pretty much, but you really shouldn't be able to make a choice, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but it's my YouTube channel, so I'm going to say what I want. So I was not happy about that. When I pulled the hair, it definitely had shedding. It definitely tangled a little bit at the bottom. I didn't get the wave pattern that I really wanted. Once I put my fingers through it, again, I just wasn't happy. And I said to myself, is it me? Is it just because, I didn't get the hair for free that she's, not doing what she's supposed to be doing? I don't know. So I wasn't very pleased with ebonyhairandbeauty.net's service, and the closure was just okay. There are, I think, maybe 3 or 4 girls that I've seen review it, and they just have these stellar reviews. And I said, I don't see what they see. It could just be me. I don't know. I do better, in my opinion. Um, Overall, when it was installed, it looks very real, but not because the color of the silk matched my scalp. I actually had to teabag, what's it called? Teabag dye the base of the hair. And I actually have a couple of pictures of me doing that as well, just in case you guys don't know how to do it. But you should, because I learned from YouTube. I Either way it goes, I ordered medium brown and I got kind of a light brown. So I almost wonder what light brown looks like. And I think dark would have probably been too dark just looking at what was on the screen. So, once again, it wasn't amazing. It was just okay. Fast forward to this hair. Genesis virgin hair. And mind you, in between this, I also show pictures of the closure and the hair just in general. So, Genesis virgin hair. I think I want to start with the ordering process. I'm sure, as many of you know, you have to get online and order by 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, and she will put everything online, and it pretty much sells out like that. I think when I looked at my order, it sold out in about 2 hours. When I went back to think, oh, maybe I should buy it on the bundle, no option. I was there at 7, went back at 9, there was nothing there. Um, it definitely says on the website that you have to wait 7 to 10 days for processing. Now, I do appreciate her telling us that she has to wait 7 to 10 days. That also tells me that where she orders from, she's waiting for, her kilo of hair to come in. I mean, it's not like all these girls have gone over to Cambodia and Malaysia and Brazil to get this hair. They're on Alibaba like most people. I get it. So 7 to 10 days is the time that it's taken for you to expect your order. No problem. So she sent an invoice. I was very happy about that. There was a way to sign in and create um, your own account on the website. I was very happy about that. And overall, it was a pretty organized site. I mean, I think she's really fond of Fabulosity Is Me. I don't know if she actually works with the company or not, but definitely all the pictures of the hair come from Fabulosity Is Me. And I said, okay, I guess so. So I placed my order. I waited 7 to 10 days on purpose before I said anything to her. 10 days came, 10 days went, and I still didn't have my tracking number. So I said, okay, let me figure out how to reach her. I emailed her, I didn't get a response. I texted her, didn't get a response. I called her, didn't get an answer. So I went on YouTube to try to figure out the best way to find her, and that was through Facebook, which is just amazing to me in general. If you run a business, how is Facebook the best way to get in contact with you? What if I didn't have Facebook? I have to create an account in order to find my hair. That's a little bit past ridiculous in my opinion. I don't, if even if this is your side business, you should still have a better method of maintaining a level of customer service. In my opinion, I'm not going to be one of those girls that's just, oh my God, I got my hair. I'm so happy I didn't have any problems. This ain't that. I had all types of issues with the fact that I waited 10 days for the processing. Mind you, it said 7 to 10 days. So I waited to 10 days and I didn't get my tracking number. So when I requested a tracking number, she asked me for my invoice number. I gave it to her. And she said, oh, a couple of the orders are actually a day behind. Thanks for the memo that I didn't get. I appreciate it. So I waited for my day, didn't get my tracking number. Okay. So then the next day, what is this, day 12 at this point? I said, okay, I need my tracking number. So this is all via Facebook, by the way, because at first she said she couldn't find me by searching for my name. She said she only found an email. Oh, so you found the email that she didn't respond to. Awesome. So she finally found my order and she sent me a tracking number, but the tracking number was dated December 13th, I think. And it's actually the number that you receive when you register the packages with the post office because everything arrives via USPS priority mail. So she hadn't actually gone to the post office yet. She just registered the package online. Okay, that's fine. I can check in a couple of hours because if it says December 13th, I expect it to be shipped December 13th. Did that happen? Nope. So I messaged her again and said, "This hasn't changed. Have you been to the post office yet?" And this was probably around noon on December 14th, I want to say. And by 7 p.m., she sent me a message that showed that my package was en route. I said, okay, so she went to the post office on the 14th instead of the 13th, like it was registered for, and then sent me the tracking number literally an hour after she went there. Got it. I don't like things like that. If you are delayed, if you're busy, whatever it is, say it, especially if considering this isn't the most formal business as it is. I'm already contacting you on Facebook. Just be honest and say, look, I got lazy, I got busy, whatever it is. But this whole, I'm just not going to answer until I get ready to, and then I'm going to answer after I've been to the post office a day after I sent you the tracking number. I don't like stuff like that. So I'm not really sure based on that if I were ordering from Genesis Virgin Hair again, but at the same time, I kind of see it like this. For 3 bundles of hair, a 22, 18, and a 16, I paid less than $250. So it's kind of one of those you get what you pay for type situations. If I had gone with another company where I'd pay, $180 for the 22 inches and, gradually up, then, I would have expected different customer service. So I guess I can only be so upset, but that doesn't mean that I can't complain, which is what I'm doing now. So, again, I'm not really sure how I felt about that whole process in general. Now we're going to move on to when I actually received the hair.